Hey, it's Finnick Mitt. I'm back with, you guessed it, another Palia tour. I'm here with Aurora Celestine. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. I'm just kind of checking everything out here. Just kind of do a little pan around. It's so fun to just kind of see like how people have been changing things up. All right, Aurora, you're my tour guide. Where are we going?
Alrighty, so we are going to be starting outside. We are going to head to our left here.
All right. That's why I like following people around. You know where to go. I don't know where to go. Also, I really like the entrance. You know, I've seen a lot of different variations, but the lights, like the light poles, that's good. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I love those lights so much. They have that really nice warm tone, which I really like.
Yeah.
So here we have a fun little sitting space and we have a chessboard, got some plushy friends.
How do you imagine this game works? It's like
Like,
multi-tiered.
you mean like with the plushies?
Oh no, I'm talking about the chess game. Yeah.
Oh,
I
it'd be
think
really cool if it'd be interactive.
I know, right? Maybe one day we'll get like a mini game out of it. That'd be kind of cool. It'd be the new hot pod. They'll probably put a plushie behind it, knowing Singularity 6. I really like this little outdoor area, especially like the lighting. Like the focal point right here was just this little seating area. That's cool. Very, very cool.
I would have one more right above here, but item limit boss.
You know how it goes. I think the pavers were another nice like addition. It's kind of neat though, because you are essentially telling us, you know, where you can go. Like you're just like these are your options. It's kind of like documentation for your plot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I didn't want it to be too overwhelming with pavers, but I really like how they're designed and the coloring of them.
Yeah, definitely.
So back here, it's just a simple workspace, more for
Nice and
the utility than aesthetics.
hey, you know, sometimes utility can have aesthetics, and I think you got that down.
That's true.
Yeah, it's you know, it's out in the open because like think about it this way, right? It's not just putting the crafting stuff out there. You have the fan, you got the little bits and bobs that you put around it, you got your storage chests, and you also chose the flooring too. So, you know, there's lots of little design choices you can make in that one little area that, you know, we all just like, it's just machines, you know.
Yeah.
I also really like the lighting and the flowers that you chose too. So they're nice little bunched together, good mix of colors.
I'm so sad that there's a flower limit. It just doesn't feel like enough with how big the plots are.
Yeah, I like this little area here too. That's cool.
So the idea here is it's like a pergola B&B um,
Oh,
for passerby travelers of Palia.
nice. When I first saw it, I kind of got the vibe of like these are I mean yeah, it's kind of the same thing. It's like when you're at a resort, you can rent out, you know, the little pergolas and stuff by the pool and little VIP areas, I guess. That's really nice though.
And we have our little water station.
Yeah. Maybe this is the pool. It's a very tiny pool, but you know, it works. You just gotta make do.
Maybe the Palacats can drink out of the fountain.
There you go. And then back here, yeah. Essential has to be hidden, but you got privacy back there though. That's nice.
Gotta have something.
Yeah, totally.
I wanted a very open feeling plot and
Hmm.
just to have a lot of flora and fauna around.
Oh yeah, totally. Do you play on Switch or PC?
I am on PC.
Nice.
So here we have a little apothecary area.
Ooh. I like the little clock next to the chessboard because, you know, you got to time yourself.
Right.
I do also like the use of candles that you have just kind of scattered about. Uh, they feel very intentional. I mean that by
Yeah.
like, you know, oh, what's the word, commit?
Like the
Like they
spaces lived in.
exactly, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was going for. It's like they're strategically placed. You have somebody that's just like they're working in here, so they just kind of took the time to set up some candles. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, that's one of the things I really went for with this plot is having it feel like, someone's actually living here and everything has their purpose.
Yeah.
Here we got
Oh,
our classic spiral stairs with the chests.
hey, what we got? Oh, chop a picnic, plushy picnic.
Classic.
I've not seen a plushy picnic on the top of the gazebo.
Really?
Yeah, really. Toured over 100
I,
homes. First one I've seen a
I,
plushy picnic on top.
I've watched so many, and I'm trying to rack my brain, but it feels like something people do.
Hmm. No, I don't remember one. Maybe I mean I've seen some things up top, but not anything that specific. That's cool though. And that's the beauty of like these house tours. You might see something that's similar, but not there's so many different things that you can do. Every tour is unique like a snowflake. Or snowflake still applies in Palia. We have snow.
True.
Unique like the roll of a Zeki coin. There you go.
Oh my gosh. I spent like 300K the other day and got just a bunch of ingredients and like 4 Kitsu plushes.
Aw. Nothing wrong with that though. I mean, because Kitsu plushes.
True. I'm gonna have to do something for all of them now.
And that's half the fun. You really got a a cool layout. Just, you know, as we're walking along, I see a little baby over there. There's a one Kitsu plush.
Yeah.
You got your dock. You got some plushies that are just on guard. You got a guest. Now, this is cool. So I've seen people use the blocks, but I haven't seen too many people use the wood slats in this way. It uses a little bit more of the asset count, but damn it if that doesn't look good though. I mean, that looks authentic.
Yeah. I would love to polish off more areas, but I just wanted to have like the essence of what it could be, later on with hopefully a bigger item limit.
Yeah, one can dream though, right? We either get a bigger
Absolutely.
item limit or we get a better like it drives our creativity in ways uh to do different things. I had somebody else the other day take down all their fence posts and replace them with like the wall boards, like the big square ones, and saved like 200 assets. So
Yeah, I actually reconfigured like all my pavers and definitely helped with getting some space back.
Yeah. I think it's so cool how people take these bundle items that they get and they turn it into a big old sacred space. I think you nailed that. You got like a nice little focal point. Obviously, it's the baby, but you got a little border. You know, don't go this far. You'll scare the baby away. So you can just take pictures. And of course, like the fire and the kitsu, pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah,
Following
I
you?
really enjoyed the storylines and everything with the bundles.
Yeah, totally.
So here I kind of wanted to create like a courtyard vibe.
I always like these tiles. I wish we had more variations of them for sure. They're so
So this
they're grand, aren't they?
they are gorgeous. The color combos here will kind of allude to what we'll find inside.
Okay.
Also, unintentionally, this wall has something to say.
Hi. That's cool. It was subliminal messaging. And this one says nope. Oh, nope. That's a bad word in Palian. Nope.
So here, this building is like my
Whoa.
library trophy building.
Wow. What caught my eye as I walked in was the I've seen lots of different variations of this here. And that's cool how you just kind of you put them all together to make like a centerpiece. And you got you got a lot of different things in here. That's really cool. I like that in Palia we get to show off our accomplishments. It's not just a sticker that's on our account, you know, it's an actual thing that we can get. And
Yeah,
that's what, you know, I think that I think that's one of the cool things about the tours is as we're walking around and we're seeing the design that you chose, the intention, we're also getting to see like, hey, I did stuff. I got the thing and I can show it off.
yeah, I think that definitely puts more incentive behind going in and looking at what achievements you can get and then working towards them.
Yeah, definitely. I kind of wish some of the bioluminescent fish like gave off some light, you know? Like just like a small amount of glow. That would be really cool. Just some ambient light.
Yeah, I mean, a bunch of them on their own, though, do create a pretty cool effect.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But we got a cool scene in here. And I want to point out everybody that's on the other end of the screen. Just make sure to pay attention to the wallpaper, the flooring, and the finer details, because those are the things that often get missed. So pause here for a sec. Turn off my chat. Okay, I'm following you.
Alrighty.
One thing I noticed is that, you know, you really paid a lot of attention to detail about around the flowers around your house and just kind of how you mixed everything together. We have baby number two. I kind of like also, you know, I don't know if I caught this with the other one, but like you got books. It's kind of like you when you're over here, you can kind of study their behavior.
Yeah. On our offerings, got to learn about the babies.
Of course. And color coordinate bugs around it too. It's very important.
Yes.
Very important.
I'm very big on the color coordination. Also, I did come up with a little riddle
Uh-oh.
that is coinciding with the plot if you want
Okay.
to ponder on it
Sure.
for the rest of the time. So, in a place where curtains gently sway, music whispers secrets night and day. A hidden chamber out of view. What mystery lies beyond the blue?
I think I know.
Yeah?
I think it has to do with the other house that we were in.
Yeah? Do you want to go investigate?
I kind of do. Yeah. I kind of do. My brain works in mysterious ways, but I noticed something back here. Doop. If I can get back here. Ah, yay! Nice. Cool.
So the idea back here, since this is like my library building, this is like a secret library.
Ooh.
And
This
you
is where all
know,
the books for the dark arts are, right?
yes, and we have the Galder's head back here because if you know,
If you know,
won't
you
give any
know.
spoilers, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. That is really cool. It's where the good books are. Very
I
creative,
just
though. It's,
I just felt like it was appropriate with all of the makeshift items and just all of the secrets Palia has.
oh, yeah. Plenty more secrets, too. I'm sure that we'll come to learn, like, shortly. That's really clever. I've seen, this is, I'll be honest, like, that's the second, I think, second, like, secret hidden area that actually is obfuscated. Uh, But the way that you did it though was unique. I haven't seen anybody use the curtains that way. And it came with a riddle too. So that's cool.
All right, so now's the big moment for going on inside.
All right. So yeah, those of you who are watching on the other end, make sure to give this video a big old thumbs up. Let me know what y'all think about the outside so far. What kind of vibe are you getting? And give me your predictions as to what kind of core Aurora is. But this is usually where tours get very real, very fast. So on we go. Again, I really dig your use of candles. That is some cool stuff. Very, very cozy. This wallpaper is just a whole mood, you know? It's
It's so
nostalgic.
pretty.
It is. Really good use of color, lighting. You got all kinds of cozy stuff in here. I've seen so many different configurations around the fireplace, but the shape that you did though is it kind of draws you to there's different ones. There's just like everything's pointed towards the fireplace. There's some that are geared up for conversation. Yours is a nice balance between the two. That's really neat.
Yeah, I just really wanted a nice, warm, and cozy space. Because for me, I don't know. I think I'm a mix between like clutter and eclectic core.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
I'll be
for
the
me
judge of that.
personally, my taste is like not having big, empty rooms, but I know for some people, like clean core, that's absolutely their vibe.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Where are we going, left or right first?
we will be going right.
All right. Ooh, hey. As I turn around, I see more stuff to look at. Like the people have used those bookcases to do so many creative things, like so many different shapes. Ooh. This is where I get my fortune told.
Yeah, little
That's cool.
witchy room.
Yes.
We have a
This,
little gem studying area.
yes. You see your future, and then you also do post on Instagram.
So here we have a seamstress room.
Ooh.
I really hope that they somehow can incorporate that someday.
Yeah, that would be a like I agree with you. One of the opinions I've had for a while, I've played since close to like the tail end of closed beta. And that's like one of the opinions I felt like Palia really needs is like I wish that we had more specialties. Or I wish that the skills were more special in that way. Like you could be a tailor or a seamstress. And I was also just kind of digging like the way that you have this crystal light set up. Not the drink. I'm talking about this crystal that's actual illuminating in front of that mirror. That's a really cool design. But I when I first got into paleo, I really thought that furniture making was going to be a profession. Like you could make furniture for people and sell it for money, and same thing with clothing. That would be cool too. But you know, not in the cards yet. Maybe in the future. Maybe in the future.
I think it'd be really cool if we could do rug making.
Ah, yeah, totally. Even if it's just like items in the game, but like you would find the materials and you would make them for other people.
Or some sort of gem crafting, because right now we don't really have too good of a use for gems.
Yeah, that would also be pretty cool. That would also be pretty cool. You go out and you can mine and you would get like a raw gem and you would have to bring it back and cut it. That would be really cool too. I like your use of books. So specifically like you have a good mixture. Um just kind of how you have them all set up and everything.
Yeah, I definitely wish we had some different looking ones, but we work with what we got.
Yeah, open books, closed books, books laying around everywhere. I'm just
Had to get
meandering,
into
don't mind
plushie.
me. Oh yeah, totally. I also appreciate your layout of your house. And I'm a fan of the bay windows. I'm so glad that they have them. Like the panoramic view just sells it for me, but when people take the combination of the hallway, the bay window, and just like they make it into a little tiny space, that's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to see how you incorporate all these different things. But you come in here, right? And this is like one of my favorite parts about paleo tours is I turn around a corner and there's a whole nother story, you know? Like they
Absolutely.
say, yeah. They say a picture's worth a thousand words. Well, 60 frames per second.
Yeah. Again, I really just wanted a nice, cozy space, and I wanted a different kind of bedroom layout.
Yeah, this is
Um,
cool.
the
You don't
bench
really
is
like,
functional.
yeah, you kind of miss out on like you don't really see too many hanging plants, but like the ivy, I mean, who doesn't have an ivy that's gone like growing around the house? You know what I mean? Like you just keep it
Yeah.
going.
I have near 100 house plants
Ooh,
in real life and in outdoor gardens. So I
that's
love
cool.
whatever plants we do have in this game.
Yeah. I also like how people have built vanities too. That's a really nice design. Again, I appreciate like the crystal with the shelf. That's a nice little lighting touch. It's it captures like the mysticism that you're going for. And you got herbs everywhere. Like this room has like you can tell it has like a pleasant smell to it. I think you just kind of captured that like I don't know. There's got to be other people out there that can just like look at a room and all your senses are just kind of engaged, even though it's a game. Like I know what you were going for though.
Yeah.
Yeah, following you. Also, I'm a big fan of the big fans. I think they add so much movement to a house. It's so fun. Now this is cool. This is cool in here. I mean, there's a lot of things that are cool. I'm saying just this is one of the other things that are cool.
So
You
I
mesh
wanted
your
to.
yeah. Sorry,
No,
mumbling
you're
again.
good.
Nah, you go. You go first. You go first. Your turn.
I was just gonna say I wanted a functional yet also aesthetic kitchen at the same time, while also keeping it like on the smaller, cozier side.
Oh yeah, yeah. I like the layout. Love the colors. You totally nailed lighting too. You got lighting down. You're very good at strategic lighting. Uh as I'm walking around, you pay attention to where the focal points are when it comes to lighting, right? You got little things tucked in everywhere and where you position your lighting, it draws your eye to certain places, right? So, I feel like you got that strategy down very well.
I feel like lighting, curtains, and rugs are like the three factors into bringing a space together.
The Trinity.
So here we just have a little pantry,
That's cool. This
and
is
you'll
where you keep your
see,
leftovers.
yeah, you'll see this is kind of where once we're done out in the garden, you come in and get everything stored away.
Get yourself a snack.
Yeah.
That's cool. Fresh baked bread.
So now we come right out into the garden.
Oh, yes. So, I've pointed out before, and I'm going to point it out again and again and again. With gardens like this, they are kind of like a workshop in a way, right? They are a means to an end. However, when you do something like this is what makes it special. This is what makes it a space, right? You got flowers all the way around. You took time to put a border, and you totally have like this scene that you painted with the pavers, the wheelbarrow. You got a nice tree to kind of center everything together, and everything just looks so nice. It's very very presentable. That's a bad word. I can't come up with like a better word other than just like it looks so nice.
Yeah.
Hopefully I do it justice for y'all that I'm pointing out the right things.
I
I
just
know.
really wanted to like make it feel, as if you could actually have this kind of layout and scene in real life.
Yeah. I
Because I
feel
feel
like
like if I had the space, I could do some sort of garden like this almost.
yeah. I feel like as I'm walking through here, the kind of vibe that you've painted with your house and your character, like I can totally feel like these are not just flowers, right? But they could be special ingredients that you're using for all kind of good stuff.
Yep. And bringing in the pollinators.
Yes. Getting the bees. Now, I don't know if this is intentional or not, but this little bowl over here with the chair, like I feel like that it actually is kind of like mortar and pestle. You got to like grind up the herbs and stuff and make your make your mixtures, and that's kind
So
of where I was
this
going with it.
this area, I imagined it as like a flower arranging area.
Ah, I was completely wrong. See, that's why I follow you around.
Well, see, that's why we have the apothecary back in the gazebo.
Ah, yes, yes. I sit corrected.
Gotta have the laundry area.
Yes. Paleo fresh.
I hope they give us more little baskets like this and make it easier to place items in them.
Yeah, yeah. I totally understand that too. One of the most fascinating things that I've seen is the building blocks and the pavers. People have essentially created their own furniture, you know?
Oh,
It's
yes.
pretty wild. Well, well, well. What do we have here? Sorry, I was a pun.
Well,
Don't mind me.
well, we're kind of coming to the end here. First, we have this little sitting space that looks the nice water area back here.
Ah, yes. It's looking a little dry. We need that
I
rain.
know. I wish it was fuller. I wish you could fish in it.
Yeah. Maybe we fish so much that that's why the water's gone down. Ooh.
All right, now be careful on the stairs. They're a little
I
tricky.
I uh I didn't really get too far in the tower, but I did my best. I feel like I can manage. Oh, oh, here we go. Here we go. Made it. Nice.
Here
So
we have a fun little treehouse.
that is cool. You really thought of everything. You got a chimney, you got a little kitchen out here. I really
Uh,
such a simple thing, but like I really like that you put one of the flowers on this pole.
yeah, it serves some dual purposes. Because
Do tell.
if you notice the roofing,
Oh,
that takes some glitching and finagling.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and I'm no master, but this pole has to be there.
It's load bearing. That's all you got to say. It's a load bearing pole. I got you. I
Yes.
understand.
I like to think that all the plushies come out here to convene and hang out.
Like Toy Story.
Yes.
Nice. This is really cool. Very, very cool.
And you get a good
So,
sight line up here as well.
yeah. Oh, hey, you weren't. Hold on. Let's do that. This is official business now. That's cool. That is really cool, especially with the time of the day. The flowers really just kind of come out, you know. That's a little question I'm gonna ask y'all in Palia, right? Those of you here on the other end of the screen, what is your favorite time of day in Palia? Let me know in the comments. So Q&A time, let's get the deets. One of the first things I like to do is I just like to, I've talked about it throughout, but I'm just gonna kind of summarize like, there's a lot of things I really liked about this. Your wallpaper choice, your strategic lighting, how you organize your flowers. You had just so many different elements that showed intention. Like somebody who lives there, right? You told a story without actually telling a story. And there's very few people in Paleo that can do that. If you're wondering what your core is, you are 100% eclectic core, by the way. The
That's
fact
about
that,
what I thought.
yeah, eclectic core is kind of a fun one because you can really do a lot of different things. You have spaces that are very compact, that that kind of lends more towards like cluttercore, but it's not cluttered, right? You have elements that are very precise, but they aren't necessarily clean core. You got elements that you would do, in real life, like it's practical. It's not, like it's not outside the realm of possibilities in the real world, like practicore, but it's not practicore, right?
Right.
However, what really makes you eclecticore if you're wondering, is the way that you have colored and angled things. Eclecticor, capital E Eclecticor has lots of angles in their design, but it's still balanced. You have lots of colors in your design, but it's still balanced, and it's fun. It's fun, you know. So my first question is: you have reached item cap, you've reached flower cap. What is the hardest thing that, what was the most challenging thing for you to decorate on your plot?
I would say probably the outside because I knew I wanted a smaller home.
Mm-hmm.
And the plots really are just huge. Like
Mm-hmm.
I have so many trees and 500 flowers is just not enough. Um, so it was just trying to make everything flow,
Mm-hmm.
mainly with the flowers and tree elements. Because I knew if I did like any sort of fencing, that really takes up the item limit.
Yeah, totally.
So I kind of wanted to shape and lay out my plot just with natural elements.
So let's say for a second that I am on YouTube. I'm looking for inspiration, right? What's your advice for people that are watching this looking for inspiration?
I mean, definitely watching house tours like yours. Um, Thinking about, if they could create anything like their dream home or just anything in the world of fantasy, like what would it be? And
Mm-hmm.
then I feel like Pinterest can be a really good source.
Yeah, definitely. Do
Um,
and I kind of a follow up question to that, right? Um, you mentioned social media, which is fantastic. You mentioned YouTube, which is also fantastic. Thank you. I have like I do I have a lot of videos, but I think I'm not the only content creator that does house tours. I know this. I
mhm.
know there are a lot of people that basically they're showcasing their own stuff, like my wife, fantastic designer. Also, do you? How do you keep track of that inspiration? Do you make notes or something like that? Do you take screenshots if you're on other people's plots and stuff like that?
So honestly, what I do is I kind of lay out the bones of what I want to do.
Ah.
Um, so like for example, this plushy room, it's gotta be plushy room, so I'm gonna throw some of them in here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna take into consideration like how I've decorated some of my other spaces, of course,
Mm-hmm.
to make sure there's a flow, of course, with the wallpaper and the flooring.
Pun intended, of course, right? Because we are in Palia.
um, but yeah, I kind of throw things in a space where I know I want to decorate and elaborate more on later.
Yeah.
And then the I don't know, for me the creative juice just kind of come along.
So this last question is going to be from the community. Those of you who don't know, I have a thread on our Discord, link in the description, that people have submitted questions to ask people like you, creators, other Palian tour guides. So I'm just going to pick one out of the air here. I thought this one was actually pretty interesting. What are the differences between the oldest and newest parts of your house?
Hmm, that is
Because
a good question.
yeah, there's parts of your house where you started designing, and then you kind of migrated, as you grew as a creator, and So, what are some, I guess we can probably also, while you're thinking of that you can kind of think about how have you changed since you started playing Palia as far as your design goes?
Well, for context, I started playing in February actually this year. Um, so definitely not as long as people who've been here since beta,
Mm-hmm.
but when I started, I would say my what I could design and chose to design was definitely more what I'm going to call toned down. Um, I was not getting around to using the color mod kits.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's
but
interesting. You kind of started out like a little bit practicore, and then you just kind of like turned to the eclecticore side as you started coloring things and experimenting.
yeah, for me, pink and green is just an unmatched color combo. Um, for instance, Wanda and Cosmo, you know?
Ah, complementary colors,
um,
for a reason.
yes. But it's a game, so I should be having all the fun
Absolutely.
and
No
doing whatever
stress.
colors I feel like. I
Yes.
know I know for some people, this might be kind of chaotic or overwhelming with the color palette, but it's just fun and it's cozy and
My
you know
advice
it
is don't hate, iterate, Like
yeah.
start with something, throw some color on it, see if it works. If it doesn't, try something else. Keep going.
Because obviously not entirely, but I feel like there's definitely, some semblance from my real life space that translates into the game. Um, we love sage green here.
Yeah.
It's our
Yeah.
favorite.
That is cool. That is really cool. Well, thank you so much again for having me out and showing me and the rest of the people that are watching on YouTube your house. Also, if you're watching on the other end of the screen, give this video a big old thumbs up and let's close it out. Let's hear it. What are your final thoughts on this place? What did you think? What did you like the most? What did you learn? What are you going home right now and incorporating? And I will see you all for the next one. Until next time,